Zoe and I talked so much before we started doing the film. She flew out to LA. I was doing Boston Legal at the time, and we sat down in a blanket and just talked for like 10 hours about the part. I was so inspired by her experience as writing this film and what she what she was bringing to it. That I said I can't wait to start.
How did the story come about, or how did it evolve?
I actually was thinking about it a lot when people were asking me questions. I'd written this very small piece of these two girls, these two friends going to Paris to find this guy of an old relationship, and then I went back and started to think about my life and where I was in my life and how people were so pressureful about trying to, like, are you in a relationship? Do you have someone special? Are you going to have kids? Are you going to thing? And I was just so concerned about like starting a career, and it wasn't even a film career, just having a career and making money and taking care of myself. And I started noticing that all these people and all my friends kind of felt the same way about feeling like at a certain age in your life that you had to have someone to complete you. And I just thought it was an interesting storyline that nobody had really approached.
Yeah, and now too, like I was just thinking when you were talking, like, what is this pressure about? Like, oh, you have to get married. It really is not very conducive to like the authentic life and the authentic path, and what you're gonna, how someone follows their feelings, and people are like, you gotta get married because that's safe. But I think freedom is very intimidating for a lot of people, whether you're whatever generation, older or younger. I mean, I have had. I mean, if you're single, if you're happily single, and
there's a problem.
There's a problem. But it's anyway.
No, I think
tangential,
it's so interesting too, because in this generation where you really don't have to be married to have a child or to be happy, you can be with someone in a relationship for many years. In fact, there's great examples of people who aren't married and stayed together much longer than people stay together, that people are kind of going back in this full circle to being safe.
Right. What do you find appealing about Nora?
Zoe, you get jumpstart me.
I think that she's a human being, and she has a whole range of emotions, and she's neurotic, and she has feelings and insecurities and self-loathing, and but is constantly trying to find that self-love.
What I love about that is, like, one of the things, there are several lines of the script that that are the core of her, like, her best friend says, you hate yourself. What did she say? Do you hate yourself? She's like, no, I don't. Why do you say that? But she really does not love herself at all. And it's
but it's getting to be, I guess you get to a certain time where you start to take inventory about what all those things are in your life, instead of just plowing through life and being in your 20s and going for it. And once you get to a certain point, you start to like think, am I this, am I this, am I this? And then
what is my part?
And then you go nuts because you have no idea, and then you have to learn what that is. So.
Like, oh, well, maybe I'm attracting these guys because I'm not ready for something intimate. But the people that she meets and the situations that she finds herself in are kind of breaking her down for this relationship that comes into her life. And we see how she sabotages it in a really funny, interesting way. And a moving way. So it's all these things happening at once. And I love this kind of, it's a romantic comedy, but it's not cute, So I think women who have feelings and go through things in relationships and the matters of the heart will really relate to the humor. The ones who are having,
too.
And men too. The ones who are having this kind of journey.
Everybody wants to find love. I mean, that's the common denominator.
It's so easy to do.
And it's so easy to find it, but to keep it and to be real about it and to find a real relationship. Everybody in the world wants that, I think. And that's like a common thread of humanity. So
it's a universal thing.
It's a universal theme.